What really changed when Islam quietly grew in America's most unexpected states? Assalamu alaikum, dear brothers and sisters. Let me ask you something deeply personal. What happens when Islam grows, not in New York, not in California, not in the places people expect Muslims to be, but in towns where mosques were once unthinkable? Where Muslim names sounded foreign, where hijab stood out, where Islam was known more from the news than from real people. What really changes when Islam becomes a social reality in places that never imagined Muslims would stay, let alone grow? Because this story is not about statistics, it is about identity, fear, confidence, and faith in the modern West. And if you are a Muslim living in the USA or UK, this story is closer to your life than you think. For years, Islam in America was explained through a very small map: New York, Chicago, Detroit, Los Angeles. These cities became symbols, so Muslims living elsewhere often felt invisible. If you lived in a small town, a conservative suburb, a southern or Midwestern state, you learned very quickly: don't draw attention, don't explain too much, don't look too Muslim, don't make people uncomfortable. Many Muslims learned survival before confidence. At work, you watched your words. At school, you measured your identity. In public, you balanced faith with safety. This quiet pressure affected mental health, parenting, and iman. But then something unexpected began to happen. Most people think Islam grew because Muslims demanded space. That's not true. Islam grew because Muslims stayed. Islam has never survived by hiding forever, but it also never survived by shouting. The Prophet ﷺ taught us something subtle but powerful. People are not changed by arguments, they are changed by presence with character. In unexpected American states, Muslims didn't arrive as a movement, they arrived as doctors, engineers, truck drivers, students, shop owners, families. They prayed, they worked, they raised children, they buried their dead, they paid taxes. Islam did not announce itself, it settled, and that changed everything. Phase 1, from invisible to familiar. In places like small Midwestern cities or southern suburbs, Muslims were first noticed simply because they were new. Then they became familiar: the Muslim neighbor, the Muslim coworker, the Muslim parent at school. Fear reduces when faces become familiar. Islam stopped being an idea, it became people. Phase 2, from minority to stability. Hamtramck-type example. In some cities, Muslim families stayed long enough to build roots, homes, businesses, mosques, community centers. Local politics began to reflect population reality. Not because Islam replaced democracy, but because democracy reflected Muslims. This is critical. Muslim leadership did not end American law, it operated within it. That reality shattered many myths. Phase 3, internal Muslim change, most important. Here is the part outsiders rarely see. As communities grew, Muslims changed internally: less fear, more confidence, a healthier identity, stronger parenting, calmer iman. Women wore hijab with dignity, not defensiveness. Men stopped apologizing for prayer. Children grew up seeing Islam as normal, not fragile. This is the real transformation, but growth also brought pressure, and this is where many Muslims struggle today. In places like Texas suburbs, Muslim growth brought attention, political suspicion, media framing, accusations, pressure on organizations. This created two reactions among Muslims. Some became fearful again, others became organized and mature. Islam teaches us something here. Tests increase with visibility, but visibility is not failure, it is responsibility. The question is not, will Islam be noticed? The question is, how will Muslims behave when noticed? Step 1. Build inner stability before external acceptance. If your iman depends on approval, it will collapse. Step 2. Be clear, not aggressive. Confidence without arrogance disarms fear. Step 3. Raise children for belonging, not for fear. A scared Muslim child grows into a confused adult. Step 4. Serve beyond the masjid. Islam becomes trusted when it benefits others. Allah did not place Muslims in the West by accident. He places believers where character is needed. Islam does not disappear in difficult environments. It becomes clearer. And history shows us something powerful. Every community that stayed with dignity eventually changed the land it lived on. So what really changed when Islam grew in America's most unexpected states? Islam stopped being an outsider, and Muslims stopped seeing themselves as temporary. This growth is not about dominance, it is about belonging with faith, and that journey is still happening. If this reflection helped you understand your place in the West, take a moment to think about it. Share it with someone who feels torn between faith and society, and stay connected because these conversations matter.